Okay, here we go, just continuation. So our back panel is finished. You can see just 2.5 deep, just shaker pocket on the back. Simple as that. I know it looks good now, so I'll actually save them programs. So go back to 2D view here. So sheet 2. So I'm going to go to save program. And we're always going to use flip on the backs, because what it'll do is when the program is finished, the machine will basically move out of the way of the bed, and you can then get in there and flip the sheet over, set it up again, and go back out through the next program. So it's always flip when we're on the backs. Backs mean the color, the beige color up here. Okay, so I'm going to save this here. I'm just going to create a test folder. I'm just going to call it. I'm just going to create a folder, new folder. Just going to call it job. Sheet 01 A. Oh, sorry, 02. 02A. And A for the first side, and when we do the other side, we will call that B. Please feel free to experiment around with your own naming conventions, but this is what I found to work the best. Double digit numbers on the sheets, even if it's a 1-digit number, put a 0 in front of it, because it will go in the proper order from 1 the whole way up to whatever. And if you're doing two-sided A and B, basically this means that when running programs, you literally just have to move down to the next program every time. There's no thinking, less likely to make mistakes. Okay, so I'll save that in there. And save that in. This is going to be sheet 3A. Grand job. Now, most important, save the file right now, because if something goes wrong later, it's very easy to get back here, right? So I'm going to save that. It's going to just it's in the job. Yeah, I'll just save it there. It's fine. Job backs. Make sure to call it backs. Okay. Now, so save that so we can get up to this point again if we want to. You know, no problem at all. So what I'm going to do now, and this is the most important thing, delete these toolpaths. Do not leave them there before you turn around to go to the other side. I'm going to say that again. Delete them. If you do leave them there, it's going to start doing very weird things when it comes to putting on the toolpaths on the far side. So just get rid of them, okay? So they're gone. Now I'm going to go over to the other side. Now, I'm actually going to save this again. Save as job fronts. So now we have two separate files, basically, for the backs and the fronts. So if anything goes wrong at any part of the programming, while you're machining, you can then easily call up everything that you've done, and not having to redo anything, which is a nightmare in some cases. So, like we done on the backs and like we do on one side of jobs, you just bring in the toolpath templates that we want. Front. Yes. What the hell just happened there? Oh, so yeah, it looks a bit more normal. Need to speed this thing up. Okay, now they're applied. So, likewise on the last sheet, we will simulate sheet 2, the one we just simulated, so we can actually have a look at the front and the back of each door. So Just going to preview visible. Preview visible. Now, so just going to preview them again, and we'll see what it looks like front and back. The power has just went here. Oh, lovely. It's a very slow simulation. Still worthwhile doing, even if it is slow on your computer. Especially when you start doing double-sided stuff. You need to be sure that it's going to look right. The simulation is like a visual tool. Just helps you kind of make sure that you haven't made any mistakes. Because to be honest, a lot of mistakes can be caught through simulation. And simulation is a very powerful tool for when you're trying to develop new programs. You can play around with moving a tool in or out or up or down. You'll get it pretty good. And once you're pretty happy with how it looks in simulation, then it's time to bring it to the machine and do some tests there. You'll cut down the amount of time you spend at the machine by an awful lot by just playing around with it here. Yeah, there we go. Our doors are nearly done. Oh, I just realised I didn't put on the cutout. Not to worry. We'll go and do that just now. Right, so I'm just going to load that in. Ideally, you should put the cutout on before you do the simulation. Let's find out. That'll come in and just work really quickly. Very slow. There we go. It'll start applying now. Yes, it's okay. I do want that to go through. It's going to finish very soon. It's going to a third video. That's fine. So if I just get rid of these.